Our next guest is a domestic violence survivor. After getting away from an abusive relationship prior to her first marriage, Lovern Gordon founded the Love Life Now Foundation, which is dedicated to bringing awareness against domestic violence through innovative initiatives. One of these innovative programs is the 4th annual Heal-a-thon community walk that has become a family-friendly fundraiser. Participants are asked to walk in their high heels, men included, in order to let the healing begin. Joining Lovern this morning is Sandra Blatchford. She's the program director for the South Shore Women's Resource Center, one of several organizations that benefit directly from the annual 3K Heal-a-thon. And also Elisa, a domestic violence liaison for the Brockton Police Department and a Brockton police officer. Welcome to Urban Update, ladies. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Lovern, let me start with you. Welcome back, by the way. Let's kind of remind everyone about this concept of having men and women walking in their heels to let the healing begin. How did you come up with this concept?
So the walk is, as you mentioned, in its 4th year, and the very first year that it started was just a walk. After that event happened, one of our great friends to the foundation said, "Why don't you have a heal-a-thon? I've seen it happen on, these other reality shows." And I checked it out, and it happened in Atlanta, New York, and other different parts of the states. And I said, we can do this in Boston. Why not have it here? Bring it to Brockton. And that's exactly what happened. We started the Heal-a-thon, and it had a great response the first year. And this year, it's grown into something of a force, if you'd say. And the idea is walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile in a victim's or survivor's shoes, and feel how it feels to maybe have gone through something as dramatic as an abusive relationship.
Okay, all right. Now, Sandra Blatchford, now the walk this year is in support of your organization, the South Shore Women's Resource Center. Talk to me how important this event is to your organization, and tell us a little bit about your organization.
It's very important to our organization for many reasons. That South Shore Women's Resource Center is a small organization where we rely solely on grant funds as well as foundation funds and donations. So, and that piece, it's very important. But beyond really the greater issue is that it's bringing domestic violence and awareness to the public. And it's very important that a lot of the work that we do is around prevention, intervention, and domestic violence awareness within the community that we serve. And South Shore Women's Resource Center covers 18 towns in Plymouth County. And what we find a lot is that people really aren't aware of how prevalent domestic violence is, how frequently people are seeking out our services, as well as just bringing greater awareness to the public around interpersonal violence and being part of a societal change in attitude around it.
Now, Officer Elisa, I guess, how does this kind of event really help community awareness around domestic violence?
It helps because it shows the community that the city cares, and it's bringing attention of, as far as the police department, that we are reacting to what the community has been kind of silenced to as far as reporting. There's a large community of minorities, there's Cape Verdean, there's Hispanic. In that sense, there is a very low number of reporting of domestic violence. So when they see that there is activities, there is awareness, that kind of promotes them to either report it or kind of make a plan of how to get out of that relationship.
Well, it is amazing. Now, Lovern, you've told us here on the show before that you were once a victim of domestic abuse. Yes. How has putting on this event helped you heal?
Oh my gosh. Every year, and I think not just for the Heal-a-thon, but every event we put on, I think, brings a sense of self-healing. To be able to be amongst victims and survivors that have gone through something like a spousal or just a victim relationship, abusive relationship, and see people come out in their numbers to support activities and events like this, it just, it resonates with not just me, but so many. And the idea is, come out and be a part of something bigger than yourself. Awareness is what you're helping to bring about when you support or attend an event like the Heal-a-thon coming up.
Sandra, can you give me a better, talk to me more about, I guess, the ways you help families, and how do they end up at your place?
We have a multitude of services at Social Women's Resource Center. We have center-based programs where we have individual advocacy and counseling as well as support groups. And then we have community-based programming where we have civilian police advocates who actually work with our local police departments, where the advocate will contact victims of domestic violence where the police have responded to the home, and offer services of criminal justice support and advocacy, as well as we have safe plan advocates who assist victims in obtaining abuse prevention orders.
Officer, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Officer Elisa, I just wanted to ask you, Officer Fonz, what is, because in our remaining moments here, what do you want to get across to everyone about this whole concept of domestic violence, men and women?
The whole concept of it is, I will give credit to any department that across Massachusetts who's taken the initiative to put this program into place. An example, in Brockton, this program was not in existence for a very long time. Given that the new mayor and the chief has put this into place, is awareness and self-reported.
Okay. And Lovern, I guess, how many people are expecting in the walk this year?
Numbers, outsourced numbers. I mean,
Yes.
at least 200 to 300 people,
Okay.
which has grown in the past years.
Are men allowed to walk as well?
Men are allowed to walk. Men are allowed to put on heels if you want to humor us. You don't have to walk in them, but show up and humor us. And everybody's welcome. Heels are not mandatory. I want to make that clear. So show up in your sneakers and heels and come out and walk.
Okay, Lovern Gordon, Sandra Blatchford, and Officer Elisa Fonz, thank you all for coming in, and good luck with the walk.
Yes. Hopefully we'll see you, Byron.
Okay, all right. I don't know about those heels, though. But well, that's it for this edition of Urban Update. From all of us here at Urban Update, I'm Byron Barnett. Have a great Sunday, everyone.